Hi, welcome to this live layout. Just getting settled in. I just woke up. I took a nice nap. I wasn't really expecting to take a nap. I'm not a big nap taker, but it felt really good to take this nap. It was just what the doctor ordered. Normally when I take a nap, I wake up feeling disoriented and not good. I don't like how I feel when I wake up in the day after going to sleep in the day for whatever reason, but that's not the case right now. It feels pretty good. So I've been doing lives on Friday nights, and this is my first one I think I'm doing on a Saturday. And so I'm not really sure who all, if anyone, will end up coming in, tuning in for this live. Fridays are great, I've noticed. Lots of people are looking for and wanting to be a part of live readings on Fridays. So we'll see on Saturday. So far I've tried to not be too attached to whether there's people actually in the live reading catching it, although several times I like it. Like I want to be watching the chat and answering people's questions and things like that. And I don't know if that will happen this time around or not. I definitely got some specific messages. A lot of themes that I channeled in today's upload. Also, I did an upload recently that had kind of some similar energy to what I was picking up on that wants to come through in this live reading. So I pre-pulled 3 cards here because the message that came through last night about the readings today, the very specific message was, and it came through for both tonight's live reading and the upload that I just did, is her war is an ego war. It's a trap. And then there was a second phrase in that as well, TV box, which I don't know what that means exactly, whether you're someone with an online platform and they don't like the sort of elevation you're gaining in terms of your online presence or your social media presence. It could literally be on TV, right? Maybe like in the network television world. I don't know. So someone's competing with you. In the upload today, it was a love triangle and someone competing with you, but way beyond that, not just a jealous lover or a jealous third party that is trying to compete with you. It's way beyond that. It was like someone trying to mimic you, copy you, emulate your energy, steal your identity type of stuff. And it could be literally doing identity theft type things. What I'm picking up for this that's unique, that didn't really come up so much in the upload for tonight, is like fake accounts. Fake accounts is a big thing. People watching you from fake accounts. Also people watching you on your Spotify account, which, go figure. It's just a place to stream music, but that's a thing. Like people tracking what you're doing on Spotify and who are you making playlists for and what are your musical tastes and what, like, it's kind of gone to that level for someone. So I don't tend to like to focus on stuff like this, but I'm not immune to being curious about like, ooh, what's the tea there? Like I like to gossip. There's parts of me that enjoy it and that have ever since I was in middle school, right? So I'm not trying to knock that kind of energy. It's in play though to a degree that I think you're probably resenting a little bit. So the 3 cards that I pulled on the split was the 8 of Wands. So there's going to be communication coming in to you about this whole situation and about the way that this person's been competing with you. There's information coming in. It was, again, and for this reading tonight, it looks like it's in love. Or else it's a choice that someone's going to make involving you. But it's the Lover's card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Wands. Those are 3 powerful cards to play. To set this tone right off the beginning. So there's an opportunity coming in, or else there's a lot of high intensity sexual chemistry and sexual energy present. It has to do with your destiny, your Wheel of Fortune, your abundance, and it has to do with a choice in love. So, and I see that someone's here. Hi. Oh, ha ha. Someone wants me to get up and do a dance, which I'm not going to do necessarily. Hi, Cesar. Nice to see you here. Bienvenidos. So I'm probably not going to get up and do a little dance for you, but that's because I like to show a little skin sometimes. That's just me. I've got a Scorpio rising. Also, I'm learning to shuffle like this tarot. I was talking about that in the upload today, so I'm not very good at this kind of shuffling yet. I'm learning it, so you got to kind of bear with me. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Lover's card, the Ace of Wands, The Ace of Wands, that might be you, Russian person that told me to go ahead and shake my ass and dance. That might be you wanting that. I don't know. But let's see here. What's the situation? What's the situation for this? It has to do with love. Somebody's been competing with you. Whoops. Betrayal, a feminine energy, and a dream girl. So this is what I was kind of seeing around this TV situation, is that you have an identity that's seen or viewed maybe like this, like a platform or a social media presence where you maybe are a content creator or something, you're a feminine energy, or else this person is a feminine energy that's trying to emulate you. You might be perceived in this way as a magnetic presence, somebody that people are drawn to, and the person is out about betraying you or whatever, right? So let's just do this and see what happens. And thank you again for being here that are present. What are we going to do? Oh yeah, and I got this cedar here to burn. So I'll go ahead and put some of that on the coal. I love Western red cedar. It's got a nice cleansing smoke for us to clear out some of this betrayal energy. So you might have been two people loving the same person or wanting the same type of life, like wanting the same, into the same kinds of things. I don't know though. Let's just see what this is. If this is two feminine energies competing for something, a position, a title, I don't know. But welcome and thank you for being here. So you're needing to guard yourself. You are a powerful, you're like this person that's being kind of characterized here as this dream girl. Okay, so it's something, and it doesn't have to be literal, like you're not necessarily, you don't have to be a feminine. You can just be in an abundant receptive era, and men and masculines get into that just as well. In fact, many masculines who are super powerful apex type men understand that they need to let things come to them, that they don't go out and chase. So it could be something like that as well. You are a high priestess. You're a very powerful kind of person. You might be a reader, you might be a diviner, you might be a psychic, you might be a counselor as well, right? Like you might be in a discipline of a helping professional, and you've had to be very strong because of this person's weird ass focus on you, and you've had to really guard yourself. They've sent a lot of conflict energy your way, and that's where this betrayal is coming through. Like here's the swords on this 5 of Swords, and now here's the knife of this betrayal card. It's been pretty rough. You've been protecting yourself. What's also saying here is that there's going to be some information and communication coming in about it from someone. It's put your fortune and your destiny into a position for you of feeling very vulnerable. This person really may have done a number in your life, like talked a bunch of trash about you, committed slander, a smear campaign, fake accounts is here too. Fake accounts for some reason. You may have had to start blocking people, monitoring who you allow follow. You may have had to set your accounts to private recently. This kind of thing is what this guarding and protecting energy is about. You're healing from it. Whatever knives were put in your back or whatever betrayal was committed against you, you're already well on your way to healing. Unfortunately, this person's not a person that thinks like this. So I have the sense that this person's not done. They're not grasping yet that you're a healed person that isn't going to play into the trap of an ego competition with her. Okay, you're not going to do that. That's why I put it's a trap in the title. You're someone who understands that probably, but if in case you're not, in case you're starting to feel tempted to compete with this with this person, this is your advice not to. It's a trap. It's going to distract you from everything that's coming for you. Your fortune, your abundance and love, your passion, your new start, your 10 of cups, right? Like, you know that those are the things that are what you're trying to keep in your sights. It's got you, this person's crazy behavior has you feeling kind of vulnerable. Like, this is the kind of person that you might get you to like change your locks and stuff. Okay, so that's just here. It's a judgment day for them. This is not going to be able to continue. So I hope that's welcome news. Your fortune is secure. Your fate is secure. We talked about in the upload today about destiny swapping. This person might literally have been trying to take what's yours by stalking online through fake accounts. They might be monitoring your content, copying your ideas, watching who follows you, watching what they like, who are the people that follow you. Can they somehow make you look bad, right? Like, there's just all kinds of ways that this person seems to be looking to undermine you in some ways. So if you start trying to compete with them, you will be undermined. That's the whole idea. That's why it's a trap. It weakens your power if you lower yourself to compete with this person, I guess is what I'll just say. Hi, Grant. Grant's Modern Life. Nice to see you. I need to tell you, Grant, I don't know if that's the name that you go by, but I have an uncle and his name was Grant, and he died this time last year, and I got to spend his final days with him, and he just showed up in my dream last night with his dog, and it was a really nice, loving confirmation that he was still with me. And so it's nice to see your name here. Thank you for being here. It's like another confirmation for me. Yeah, hi. Cool. That's rad, Grant. Thank you for being here. Where the energy is headed is you're going to have choices, but there's also the potential for illusion. This strikes me as this person doing some fucking trickery of through these fake accounts, like reaching out to you, selling you fake opportunities, that when you then respond and start speaking to them, they're gleaning information from you about that they can then use against you, or somehow take the idea that you express to this person because it's a fake account or a fake person that's reaching out to you, like wanting to offer you some kind of a lucrative opportunity, right? And get you talking. And then really what they're doing is collecting your ideas, collecting your information, anything that they can to work with against you, right? That's kind of what's coming through about this Seven of Cups a little bit. So that's why this Four of Pentacles is in the cornerstone. You've really got to guard yourself, guard your happiness, guard the abundance that's coming towards you. Even your shadow is telling you that, okay? Because in your wise mind, you know that this is a big, big judgment day for them. They're about to go down. And it's important that you understand that you don't have to personally bring them down. You don't have to do that yourself. Something is going to happen because there's some kind of greater order here with the Chariot card, the Ten of Cups, the Temperance, Strength, High Priestess, right? There's a lot going on with that. So what's this judgment day? What's going to happen to this person? That's what I want to figure out first, and then we'll ask, like, who is it? Who's this person that's got setting up fake accounts, competing with you? It may have something to do with love because we have the Lovers card. It could also be wanting to take your opportunities, wanting your choices for themselves, wanting your love opportunities, wanting a passionate new beginning. They want your destiny, right? They want your life. They want to be you. They might not have done like destiny swapping magic, but they might, because they're doing these fake accounts, stalking you, trying to embody you, things like that, right? That's what that is. They're about to get caught up. Okay, the Hanged One. This is what the Judgment Day is. I clarified the Judgment Day and got the Hanged One. She's a water sign or a feminine energy. Something to do with work. The work she's been doing is going to come back to get her, is what this is saying in the Judgment Day. She's going to be very that she was sending you. And again, when I'm saying she, I'm saying she because Queen of Cups and this feminine card. So that the storyline has applicability whether you're feminine or... Oh no, that's not the live stream. That's my other thing that's having trouble keeping up. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So very burdened. This person's very, very burdened. And they're about to get back everything that they've been trying to, like, because you might be someone, because you're a high priestess, you might have been doing like return to sender type stuff, right? What happened? What's the deal with this person? What's the betrayal and the fake accounts and the, you know, what is it about the Wheel of Fortune here? There's also communication coming in, so I'd like to know about that too, whatever it feels like it wants to share. More detail about the situation. You don't want to get trapped up in an ego war with this person, because they're not hesitating to put a knife in someone's back. So they're not a person you really want to tangle with. It's not a healthy competition at all. It's a competition of like single white female type competition, which if you've seen that movie, it's a person that gets obsessed with Bridget Fonda's character. She wants to be her. She likes her. She gets obsessed with her, and then also simultaneously hates her and wants to take her life, basically, and make her go away. She like wants to absorb this person. So it's that kind of energy. What happened? What is this? The illusion that they've been, this web that they've kind of been spinning of illusion, and like, it, again, they might try to trick you through these fake accounts, by reaching out to you with fake opportunities or as a fake persona to try to get you talking, so that they can use whatever you're saying, whatever content you're telling them, whether it's stories from your life, ideas that you're having, that you're thinking, oh yeah, maybe I could collaborate with you. This is what I've been working on. It's this kind of stuff. This, again, it's coming to light, and that's the key here. This illusion that they've been kind of spinning about you is about to come down. It's about to go down in a bad way for them, because it's a judgment day. This is the key, is that it's coming to light. It's actually also going to bring you some joy, is what I'm, like, ultimately this whole situation potentially has made you stronger. So not only is this stuff going to come to light, but also it maybe is going to work out on your behalf. Like, maybe it's the kind of story that gets other people's attention, and so then it gets your channel going viral because people are curious about you once they've heard about this whole clusterfuck in the background. They're like, what's this person's story? I'm going to go check out their channel or their page or whatever, and it gets you to go viral because of that, right? That's kind of an interesting twist. Yeah, this person's really bad energy. They are not above using like sex as a weapon kind of thing. Like, they might have tried to lure a person away from you through their sexuality. I don't know exactly, but it's here. It's this kind of dark energy. This person's like a dark negative, not dark feminine, like embraces their shadow. I'm talking about like they just live in their shadow pretty much, like in devil energy. Yeah, this is a betrayer. This is the serpent card right here next to this. They're someone who, this is somebody, okay, I'm just going to say it because it just came through. This is someone who, let's say they want the same person as you do, but this person has vulnerabilities like addictions or things that make them a little bit more vulnerable, right? Like we all do. We all have our vulnerabilities. This is the kind of person that uses those vulnerabilities to keep them in like a codependent snare versus wanting the best for them, even if it's not with her, right? Like she might, if she knows that this person's got an addiction, she might feed the addiction to keep them dependent on her. Like, that's okay. I don't mind if you party. Like, go ahead. Do a bunch of coke. In fact, here's more coke. Take more, even though she knows that this person's got an addiction problem, right? It's to her advantage to keep the person in an addictive cycle. This is that kind of energy. This is the kind of person that would not hesitate to stoop to that level. Or if this person has like a sexual addiction or a vulnerability to like trying to move on from this person, but this person knows their sexual addictions or weaknesses and so tries to use that against them. It's that kind of shady, underhanded stuff. That's not really love. That's like dark, codependent, narcissistic type stuff. And that's what this person is not above doing. It just came through with this snake card and this rough sex Lenormand card. There's going to be communication coming in about it. I'm curious about that now. We should find that out. There's been a long legacy of this. This person's been doing this for a long time. They're a trickster, dark actor. They're not in a good energy. This is showing literal spell work. So for some of you, this person might have literally been doing spell work to try to do... I know I started off saying in the last reading it was like black magic, destiny swapping. Here it might be narcissism. Well, now here's the card in Lenormand that can come out as spell work, okay? So for some of you here, whenever you catch this reading, that's in play. I don't know what happened, though. I'm curious now about... Well, I already asked what happened, and that's what came out. So now I'm curious about what's the communication? What's this communication that's coming in? Are you going to be finding out the truth about this? This is probably stuff that you've been suspecting, or even that you know. You may straight up know that this person's doing this, but it's like, well, people believe them, so what am I going to do? You know, I have someone like that in my life, and I just had to... It's like, well, I'm not going to run around trying to convince everyone that she's crazy or watch out for her. I mean, I mentioned it a couple times, but otherwise it's like, I don't want fuck all to do with that. So I'm just going to move on. If this crazy bitch is going to be copying me or trying to stalk me or create a bunch of fake accounts or stalk my Spotify or whatever, I want no smoke with them. I'm walking away from them. I don't give two fucks. Like, I don't care to compete like that in my own life. Like, I'm not interested in that kind of toxic behavior. What's the communication that's coming in? Something to do with the work that they've been doing. They worked very hard at this for a long time to take you down. That they were spying on you. Page of Swords. You're going to find this out somehow. Either you're going to catch them in the act, or... Yeah, Queen of Swords. Something about it is going to disappoint you, and you're going to have to be very discerning. It actually might be this person that comes towards you. And what I just picked up on is that, ooh, that smells good. That's Western Red Cedar and Copal. That smells really yummy. And I wanted to bring it to kind of cleanse this energy of this toxic person. So I think what this is saying possibly is that it might actually even be this person that's going to reach out directly to you now and say, hey, I just want you to know that your lover, I just fucked him again last night, right? Or something like that. Like, she might do something to try to lie to you, or to get in your head, or to get in your emotions about this whole situation and use that kind of energy to her advantage. So that's why this Queen of Swords is here, is that you're going to have to use a lot of discernment. If this person reaches out to you, you may not even wish to talk to them, period. Like, they might come in and try to be like, I'm so sorry, but I think you should know that he's bad for you, right? Or he's a bad person in general. What else? What else? What else? Can I ask again what happened? Like, what is the situation? It's saying that this person created a story about you. They were in really bad actor energy. There's been a big, long legacy about this trickster, magic practitioner doing, you know, sending you dark arrows. What did they do? Like, what is this about? Is it about a lover? Like, why are they hating you? Like, what is their problem? Why do they keep wanting an ego war with you? You're someone, as a high priestess, that understands, like, that's a complete waste. Getting in somebody's ego trip because they feel threatened by you. You're someone who already knows that's a big waste of your energy. But it's going to be tempting because this person's done some fucking... This person's really aggravated you, so I can see why you're being warned, because you might get tempted to be like, you know, put them on blast or like shame them or something. I don't know. What happened? Why? What have they been doing to try to... They don't want you to be happy. So that's where your happiness feels vulnerable at times. You might feel them attacking you, like you're having weird moods that you don't know where they're coming from, right? Like you have no reason to be sad or upset or anxious and freaked out and afraid. And it's because this person, like evil eye or whatever, they might be attacking your or your sacral chakra, something that makes you feel sad, and it's attacking your heart, discouraged, making you feel like you don't have anything going for you, feel afraid to take chances, right? It could be anything like that, because they don't want you to be happy. They're a hater, so your happiness is what haters hate on, right? They don't like seeing you winning. They want to tear you down to size or whatever, right? Yeah, you're happy doing your work. That's what you're focused on, and it aggravates this person. They don't want that. They want to catch you up in some kind of legal trouble, possibly, so that's in play. That's something to know about, that they may have tried to get dirt on you, that they can then cause legal problems for you, like for your work or for your career or something like that. They might be trying to, again, gather dirt to use in a smear campaign. They're not alone. And for some of you, it's this older gentleman who's doing this, right? It's not a feminine energy. It's like it's somebody with some clout that might be a dark actor too, like, or someone she's using as like a flying monkey kind of thing, sicking him on you, or like getting him to do her dirty work, right? There's a shock. It's this judgment day. She's in for a fucking judgment day is what's coming through, and so is this person. Here's you, main person here. You're headed towards stability in your home, and that's what you're thinking about. And this person's trying to undermine you at every turn. So now let's get into some advice for you. What do you need to know? What's some good advice for you? Aha, I see Jim has a question. Jim, Pisces, will my wife get back together? Let me ask you, let me ask that for you here in a minute. I'll finish up this advice for this situation with this person who keeps trying to get you caught up in something. This feminine could be, I'm not sure who's the Pisces that you're talking about, Jim, whether this is your wife that's a Pisces, but I'll ask that question for you, okay? Just give me 1 second here. What's some advice for you if you're caught up in this person who's in an ego battle with you? What's some advice? My little bird's having a party back there in the background with his jingle ball. That's probably the noise. If you can hear that, that's what it is. Oh, great. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for clarifying. So we have the other side, which looks like it's from Poltergeist. Flight, which looks like it's from a movie that I don't know. And Twins from The Shining. What's the advice for you in this situation? The other side. Move on and be at rest. So that's the advice straight from the beginning. Getting into this ego fight with this crazy person is a trap. Move on and be at peace. Don't let this person trap you up. But what you're also going to need to do, like this Four of Pentacles said in the Cornerstone card, you're really going to need to guard yourself. Watch your back right now. Guard your resources. People unknown to you coming in and try to make you offers, it's going to be really benefit you to use discernment and be like a Queen of Swords. Be very careful about what you're talking about, if anything, to do with yourself. Don't give these fake accounts any material to use to harm you, right? That's the first thing. And then don't get caught up in it. Otherwise, it's a waste of your energy. And you're a high priestess. You don't compete. You don't compete with a little feminine that wants to compete with you, right? Flight. What is the next piece of advice here? Indulge yourself. So keep doing what you're doing towards your own happiness. Keep going for the things that you want. That's what I was sending, where I was sensing this person was sending you dark energy. It might be to hurt your confidence. I was saying something about your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. When you feel like low energy all of a sudden for no reason, or down and out, and like, what am I even doing with it? Like me, I'll use me as, what's the point of doing this tarot channel? Like, who, what's really is in the grand scheme of things, like, why keep bothering, right? Well, that's crazy thinking. Like, that's not my thinking, because I love doing this YouTube channel. So if it feels like that, don't listen to it, ignore it. It's this person trying to undermine your confidence, right? Don't let that happen. And then twins. I love The Shining. That's such a good movie. Rest in peace, Shelley Duvall. Oops, what's going on here? Emphasize work. Just keep doing your work. Just keep doing your work. Be at peace. Do not engage with this crazy person. Is there something to do with love, or is the Lover's card just your choice about how to handle it while this person goes through a judgment day? I just want to see, is this anything to do with love? Is there a third party involved? Oh, great. Thank you, Grant. Was there any third party involved here, or is this more just someone who is envious of your glow and your light and wants to be you, right? It could be. With this Four of Wands, a lot of readers consider the Four of Wands a twin flame card, so this might have been an entire karmic cycle designed to test you and build up your own skills at knowing who to watch for, knowing who are bad actors in your life, and how to shield your energy. It could be something like that with this Four of Wands. I asked, is there love present? And this is often a card that has romantic connotations. It can even represent like a wedding, or it can represent twin flames, 1111, right? That's a number that's associated with twin flames. The Empress. They want your abundance. They want your fortune. They want your happiness and your joy and all the things that you are attracting to yourself. They want it. It is a love triangle for some of you. They've tried to lie to this partner about you. They've tried to keep people away from you or whip up haters, right? That came through in the first the upload that I did earlier today too, about recruiting people to go against you, recruiting people to hate on you when they couldn't do any real damage, right? Then they started trying to up the ante and get people more involved to work against you. But what's so funny is that it's made you stronger. I have a layout like that I did about a month ago called "You're Making This Couple Stronger." Like people attacking a couple that are trying to come into union and be together. Their attacks were just making the couple stronger, right? And smarter. And that's what's coming through here, because you're an Empress. So with this triangle and this negative energy, all it's done is teach you about your own strength, teach you about your own power, how to bring this kind of stuff to a completion in your life, and how to find a healthy, happy, loving relationship that's uplifting and positive. They haven't done anything but make you stronger and make you an Empress. So you had to go within, and you can go within and know the truth about this person. That's how you can use your, when you're getting people reaching out to you from fake accounts, trying to get you caught up in something. You're a high priestess, so you can just go within and know the truth, right? Yeah, and your Nine of Cups is coming. This person can't stop it. It's your destiny. It's your fate, okay? So let's see, is there anything else I want to pull about that before I get into answering a question for someone? I know, I'll pull a couple of these because I like these nature cards too. Oh no, actually I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull, what's a good animal spirit that you can emulate to help you deal with a situation like this? Like, what kind of animal energy can be helpful? Because this person tempts you. They tempt you. so that you learn not to get caught up in ego trips and competitions that are based in illusion and nothing meaningful, right? I hate competition of any kind. A lot of, there's healthy forms of competition. I just personally find competition really, I don't like it. Partly because I am competitive and I don't like feeling competitive. So I just avoid it. I compete with myself, right? And that's about it. What's a good animal spirit to help you know and, that you can emulate in dealing with this betraying feminine energy? You're the goat. You're the goat. The greatest of all time. Pig. Diligence, generosity, kindness, naivety, determination, devotion, responsibility, helpfulness, good nature, and subjectivity. So I have, a lot of people have, thinking of emulating pigs is like, because people associate pigs with like cops and stuff like that. But pigs as animals are like really loving, super smart, amazing little creatures, right? And so, not little, they're big, but that's one. And then what another one? And lion. Leadership, nobility, fearlessness, honor, virtue, intrepidity, confidence, courage, personality, power, serenity, and patience. So, and that strikes me as really interesting too, because a lion would be like a predator of a pig. And so what strikes me is you need to maintain your own self, do your own shadow work with your own shadow. Be in charge of yourself. Be the ruler of your own life. This person can't touch you. They're not a king. They're not a queen. They're not an empress. They're, a person in reverse. Okay, they're not in the upright. That's their path and their journey, and it's not for you to waste your energy on it. So you can do that by doing the inner work, like keeping check on your inner shadow, for example. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at by highlighting that this is a prey predator type animal in a way as well. So, all right, that's the layout for that. Thank you all. Hope that was interesting or helpful for someone out there. Now let me clear these cards and I'll ask your question for you. Yeah, they are. They're the cleanest. They get a bad rap for sure, which I think is undeserved. I think pigs are really sweet. Sorry, sometimes picking up the cards at the end of the spread is... I try to be quick about it, but... And like I said, thank you for that, Grant. I appreciate the thank you. Yeah, please do come back for more. It's nice to read for people directly on lives. I really enjoy it. Let me get some more burning here. Okay, Jim's question. Pisces and Sagittarius. Are Jim and his spouse getting back together? What is going to happen in the near future of their connection? Are they... Okay. Actually, I might grab a fresh deck here. All right. Let us know, please, Spirit, what's going on for Jim and his wife. Are they going to be getting back together? Pisces Sagittarius energy for this couple. Are they going to be getting back together? What's the current situation with them? What are they facing? Going through this separation, will there be a reunion or a reconciliation? the Emperor on the split. So someone's very enthroned in their power, but they might also be vulnerable to being a little bit rigid in their perspective. So it would be important, if we're talking about getting back together, for anyone in the equation, you or her, that neither of you get too rigid in your perspectives or in your own confident sense of power and rightness, right? Emperors don't second guess themselves. They're not worried about, am I doing the right thing or not? They're usually very authoritative. But you want to watch out for that in this case, especially if there's like a tentative discussions around coming back together. Both of you would benefit from not thinking you know everything or being convinced of your own rightness, right? That can be, but you can also be confident in your energy. Like an Emperor is a regal as hell masculine energy. So I wouldn't let anything shame you either or take you off your throne. That's another important message of the Emperor card. Nice. All right. So, Jim, column is for you over here, and this represents your partner. And then this central column is the energy running between you. So you have work to do. That's where the energy is headed. If you both decide that you want to be back together, it's going to take work for both of you. You're both going to have to be invested in doing the work. It's got to be a shared work approach to the work of reconciling, I guess, is what I'm saying. You both have hope for it. That's the card at the very center of the energy between you, is the Star. So you both have hope that there could be something to be worked out here. You would like to have a turning over into a new example of the relationship, or a version, I should say, not example, but you both want to have a new version of the relationship. Neither one of you want to go back to the way it was before. That's something that you share. You want a new, if you're going to get back together, things have to be different. This time around, it needs to be an entirely new era. Your mind is this devil energy. A lot of tarot, you might be like, what? I'm not in that kind of energy. But this is the Crowley deck, and the Crowley deck really celebrates the devil. And so this might be something like, what you're seeking is to cut loose and have some fun for a change and not be so having to play by all the rules. You might really want to just enjoy some hedonism. You might be really missing the physical relationship with your wife, right? In a positive way, not in like devilish. I mean, you want to check yourself. You want to make sure, like, am I in any kind of destructive devil energy, or am I more just kind of feeling like a hedon? I don't know if that feels resonant to you, but it's coming through as the energy for where your mind is at, right? Is a little bit like kind of wanting to have, you're wanting to have something healthier, is what I see you're saying. You want it to be healthier. So I'm not sure what this devil energy is in your mind. You might just want it to be fun, a little bit more, interesting. So you're worried about being left behind in your heart. You really don't want to split up, okay? You really are hoping that you can come back together. That might push you to act a little tougher than you actually feel. That could be where a little bit of this devil energy comes from, is a little bit of an ego desire to not let on that you're as feeling as vulnerable as you are. You might put on a little bit of a display of like, I don't care, or I don't, you know what I mean? Like that's a temptation possibly in your mind, when really in your heart, you're like, I don't want to be abandoned. I want my partner, right? I want to be connected to my partner just in a healthier way. It means maybe not showing up like a devil a little bit, right? And I say that with affection. Like, because the Crowley deck got me to understand this card in a whole new way, and not in the negative way, right? Like, we all have this within us, and we have to indulge this part of us to some degree. That's where we let ourselves have pleasure. We let ourselves do fun things. We let ourselves not be so worried about the problems in life all the time, right? These are all the positive attributes of the devil card. But it can also get into a little bit tit for tat. I'm right, you're wrong. stuff like that, scuffles that you don't want to get into when you're really worried in your heart about this not working out. So that just could be part of it. I don't know if that resonates at all. Yeah, oh good, okay. Interesting. So this is where she's at. Okay, she's very sorrowful. She's very sad about the fact that this has happened. It's all she can think about. She's really, really sorrowful about the separation. It's just straight facts. Words in her mind. She's really unhappy about this. She doesn't want this. She wants to work on things in her heart. So this is a positive omen. Okay. And you guys both do tit for tat. Okay, so that's just saying you're a little bit vulnerable to that here. You might like decide like, let's try to have a conversation. I got this card laid out and I feel optimistic, and then get sucked into the tit for tat vibes. So you can use this as like a little bit of a warning card to lay down your sword. Like, let's say you get on the phone together or you're doing a chat and she starts to play the tit for tat. You can go decide, I'm not going to participate because it isn't going to, we're just going to go rounds and it's not going to, I want to elevate out of that, right? Is kind of what, but again, like there's a positive attribute to this card as well. You both want this though, so that's coming through very clearly. There's not a lot of like, I don't know, I can't really tell. Like it's pretty clear here in this layout that you both would like to have a reconciliation. What should you know about the work that would need to be done? It can succeed if you both plant the seeds of being willing to do the work, right? Neither one of you wants to lose the relationship. I just have to say too, Jim, that to have the World card, or in this case, in the Crowley deck, it's the universe, and the star, that's super powerful, all right? That's really, really powerful. Those are the two most powerful cards here in the deck, and it's the energy running, or in the layout, and it's the energy running between you. So that's really deep. That's meaningful. It's a good sign. It's a good omen for you, okay, Jim? I hope this is comforting. But I just want to feel like anything you should know about the Seven of Pentacles. On the split is the moon, and we have a either a new I think we have a new moon coming up, so that might be a good opportunity to cleanse away any of the old patterns. Like you might do a meditation on the new moon that sets intentions of like, I don't want to show up in this way I used to. I don't want to do tit for tat anymore. I want to clear that energy away, and I want to show up authentic, right? Like that could be a way that you work with the new moon coming up. Yeah, this is like a harmonious, this came through in the last reading, the Four of Wands. It's a really positive omen for love, okay? It's a very positive omen for your marriage. To clarify the Seven of Pentacles by this, it says you both want to do the work to save your marriage. The High Priestess, I don't know if that's her or me, like it could be me, the one delivering this message. I'm not exactly sure. Or she might be someone who's pretty tapped in. Like she might be a pretty wise, discerning feminine energy where she's tapped in. Like she might be into this kind of stuff too. Yeah, it's going to be a collaborative effort. You can do this. And especially if you bring in maybe some either consultation, like you might go to marriage counseling, or you might go and see a minister about, you know, someone who's does spiritual couples counseling or something, right? But there's an option there for something like that. And then I'm going to get a little bit of, just a tiny bit more clarification for you about this Devil card too, Jim. So you have everything you need to know about that. Clarification for you. You miss the physical relationship with your wife. That's part of it. The Six of Cups here is a card of pleasure in the Crowley deck, and I love that he calls it pleasure because he was a hedonist. So he embraces the human pursuit of pleasure. You're really missing whatever you might have had a really amazing sex life. I'll just say that. And you miss it. You miss that. It's also that, though, this card can represent good. So you might be thinking about your inner, like the vulnerabilities of one another. You might have kids together. It could look a number of ways, right? Yeah. This keeps striking me as very sexual. I'm just going to say that. I'm not trying to embarrass you. You really miss your physical connection. You want to be together. You want to be into the new. You're like, I want to be in the, let's go. Let's be together. What is this? What's this separation? It doesn't make any sense. Like, let's come back together. Let's move. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving into this next phase of our lives. And while we're at it, let's have makeup sex, right? Like, there's something that you really are missing that. And it would help you feel maybe that kind of empowered hope again to have. You might be someone who, I don't know if you know this book, The 5 Love Languages, but physical touch might be one of yours, where you really feel starved for the love of your partner because you don't feel her touch anymore, right? That could be part of it. Yeah, you are willing to do whatever it takes to manifest this reunion back into your lives. You with this devil card, you got to watch your motives. Okay, so just check your motives. Keep yourself in check a little bit. Don't forget to drop down into your heart and remember, I love this person. Maybe what she's saying right now is driving me crazy and I wanted to get into tit for tat with her. So that's the warning of it, is to just watch out. It's not saying, it's not trying to shame you in any way though, right? It's just saying you're going to have to check your motives. That's the work. That's going to be your work, is to make sure that you try to avoid that old pattern, right? Yeah. It's been a lot of worries in your mind about the situation, and I'll just leave it here, because what I want you to know about that is that even though you've had a lot of worries of the mind, you both want to come back together. It's here very strongly. Let me just ask a couple questions about her. The Tower, and there might be, I don't know, there might have been an affair. I don't know. That's just a thought that came fleeting through here with the Tower, because the Tower can be a very shocking turn of, just dropped the cards. Shocking turn of event, but it's not always negative, right? Sometimes the Tower is a very needed change of events to get this new order off the ground. She's very sorrowful, and the sorrow over the loss here, or the separation, she's gone within. She's in hermit energy, where she's really trying to listen to her still soft voice and follow her guidance. There's some feeling of betrayal here. So it could be that she felt betrayed in some way. She also sees your work, though. She sees that you're trying, and she sees the work that you're doing. So it's present for her, but she may still feel very hurt about something that happened, and she's working through that by going within, okay? And by not doing it all by having it out with you all the time. She's trying to go within. Yeah, this moon card again. So there might be something to this new moon energy coming up that might be helpful to work with. It could also indicate, though, that there was some illusion present in the past, that maybe she felt deceived about something, or you did. There might have been deceptive energy in play at one point. I'll pull one final card for you, and then I'll go ahead and end this reading for the night. Sorry, distracted here. What's a final message for you for the future of this relationship? Final message for Jim and his partner. exchanging gifts, which is a very positive card on the split. It's not the one that I pulled, but it's on the split, so it's meaningful. It's you can do a reset where there's like an exchange of really loving, positive energy as a couple. There's a real potential for you to do a reset. I have goosebumps, okay? I was nervous to do this layout for you because I thought, God, what if it's not good, you know, right? But it's really positive to the point that I've got goosebumps, so that's something. Fork in the road. Fork in the road for you. Card 13. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give, and then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. It's really great advice. You're at a choice point. You're at a crossroads, right? You both want it. You could, my sense that's coming through really strong, again, I just got really big chills, is that it's totally possible. You can do a reset and have a second chance in this relationship. So yeah, open up to love. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jim. I'm so sorry. I've had that happen, and it's clear to me that she feels very sorrowful about it. Okay, that came through really strongly, and I have goosebumps again. So, yeah, oof, I feel that in my heart though. And so does she. She feels it in her heart. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I like what I do. I love reading cards. So I think that is all for now. Thank you for hanging in, because that first layout, I don't even know how much that had to do with you, Jim. So you got a pretty decent reading out of it. Thank you for being here. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, I live in a region where there's a lot of commercial fishing. I live in the Pacific Northwest, not far from Astoria on the coast. So lots of commercial fishing that through there as well. So be safe on the oceans, okay? And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.